longest 7-Eleven that I've been in. What an intro, what an intro. So this intro, I can't believe I just did that for an intro. Walk into a 7-Eleven and say, hey, this is the longest 7-Eleven that I've been in.
Volcanic.
Alright, hi, here. Okay, so I need to speak a bit louder, and then because I am nearby the F1 street track. I mean, of course, the racetrack here in Singapore. So today, this video, it will be split into 4 parts. Okay, probably not 4 parts, just 3 parts or 2. So, which means I'll be talking about Zone 1, I'll be talking about Zone 4, and I'll be talking about how you can make use of your race ticket when you are inside the Singapore track. So I'm about to bring you guys around and let's have a look at the sceneries and just look at the best area to stand here at the track. Most of the time, this video, it will be targeted to people who are having a walkabout ticket on that day. It can be a premium walkabout, or it can be a Zone 4 walkabout kind of ticket, just like myself. And how you can make use of the ticket here at the Singapore street track, and where is the best place to stand if you're in the track as early as 2:30 or 2 p.m. And where is the best place to stand, and where's the best place to stand, and of course where is the place to get food and drinks. So without further ado, let's the video begin. Alright, so if you get a premium walkabout ticket or not, and then the other part, it's all the grandstand. Okay, so again, if you get the premium walkabout ticket, that place there is actually turn number 5. So that's a viewing platform for walkabout ticket holders for turn number 5. So as the car comes in and then exit out onto the very, very long straight. Yeah. Alright, so right behind me is the F1 pit building. That's the F1 communications, and then right behind me is all the F1 Paddock Club. So these are all the VIP guests, F1 drivers, F1 team, boss, and everybody will be down here. So this is a very cool place to be, but of course the tickets are very expensive, and if you are an invited guest to the pit building, and you consider yourself very lucky. So this is the Singapore Flyer here in Marina Bay. As you can see, Singapore Flyer, it's really very big. Okay, so something very special and unique about Zone 1 ticket holders. Right behind me is the Singapore Flyer. At the Singapore Flyer, if you are Zone 1 ticket holder, you get to sit the Singapore Flyer for free again and again. But of course, it's recommended for people who are having premium walkabout, or for people who wants to have a chance to view the race that is happening from a bird's eye view. So, and if you're asking me, are the coffee shops or the food court or any restaurants, they are still open at the Singapore Flyer? And I'm giving you the answer, yes, they are still open on the race day itself, on the race weekend itself. So business as usual. You can grab your food and drinks from there as well if you're around Zone 1. If you do not fancy like those pop-up food shops, I'll explain to you that more later on, those pop-up food shops, as we get along to zone number 4. So right now we are in zone number 1, and this is this is where the pit building area is. So I'm just going about to sort of exit this area. And we are heading right now into zone number 3. Oh, sorry, I'm just looking at cars. So saying again that we are heading right now into zone number 3 and I will explain to you more about the food pop-up shops later on. Sorry to be so repetitive inside my video, just to clear things up, just to clarify a bit of for anyone who come here for the first time, or asking questions about, hey, the ticket is very expensive, how do I make use of it? If I come in here, will I still need to buy drinks and buy food again? Yes, the answer is yes. If you are not a F1 paddock or a guest to the F1 pit building. Alright, so just to explain a bit, so this is where turn number 21 is, or something like that. Sorry, turn number 21 is there. Yeah, turn number 21, and then number 22 is there. Hold on, let me get this right first. Right, so this is turn number 22. This is zone 2. Zone 2. So this is turn number 22. And it comes all the way into turn number 22, and then 23. Turn number 21, and then turn number 22, and then 23. So most of this turns around here at the last few corners. The last few corners is for people who have the walkabout ticket. Again, there are viewing platforms. One of the viewing platforms at zone 1, which is, you're watching turn number 22, the last corner where the driver are coming into either the pit or they're coming into where the finishing line is. So at turn number 22 is at one of the viewing platforms, they have free sitting. Yeah, so I think there are some random seats on the viewing platform as well. So I don't know how that works, but yeah. We are right now at the Bay Grandstand area, and this is zone number 3. So that corner down there is where F1 cars actually make a left turn inside and go underneath the grandstand. This is a very cool design of this street track. So this is how Bay Grandstand looks like, and this is how zone 3 looks like. So zone 3 looks like. So not to fret, if you come in again looking for food and drinks, there are pop-up store of food and drinks right underneath all this grandstand, or somewhere around the grandstand area. There is food and drinks. This one, I believe it's a TV screen. Another TV screen. So for those of you who actually managed to get the Bay Grandstand, down there it's all the fireworks going to put up down there. So add on the race, there's going to be fireworks display, and then it's going to be very beautiful. So right behind me is the Esplanade Waterfront Grandstand. Esplanade Waterfront Grandstand, and this grandstand, it is a new grandstand, and we are officially right now in zone number 4. So this is at Esplanade Theatre, and then this area will be part of zone 4. And so at zone 4, when you want to come in, you can come in through that entrance there. Right behind this entrance, just at the road right behind there, is where gate number 7 is. And of course you need to cross the road, and then that will be where all the viewing platforms are again for the walkabout again. Viewing platforms for the walkabout again. And also, which I'll be showing you guys later on. Then after that, as I've seen earlier on, that this Esplanade Theatre, you can actually purchase some drinks and some snacks. Snacks like, I don't know, potato chips or peanuts or whatever you want, or sweets or whatever you want, from 7-Eleven. Yeah, from 7-Eleven. You can purchase those drinks and tidbits from 7-Eleven, which is quite cheap and reasonable. And then you can come in and then just find your spot and just go down onto the track. Or if you do not fancy that style, you can go and have some bars or beers or wines and cocktails at all these restaurants, but which is not really worth it, because you want to enjoy the track, enjoy the track race, and you want to enjoy the atmosphere. So in my opinion, I don't think it's very practical, but you still can come here because all these shops here, all these shops and restaurants here are still open. So business as usual in the zone 4 for the Esplanade Theatre. So not to worry that if you get starved or what, you can actually find so many food. So there are food and drink store here again. It'll be part of Zone 4 walkabout, and of course people who are having Zone 4 tickets and would like to get their drinks and snacks before they go into the grandstand. Food and drink store. Food and drink store. Take note of that. To make it see, things doesn't go as planned anyway when you say something. So to make it clearer, the food and drink stores around the Esplanade Bay area is actually quite a reasonable price. So like going into 7-Eleven, that sort of price. So it won't be like pricey until it's like $10 for one packet of chips. No, it's not. It's reasonable. It's okay. It's reasonable. It's not like going into RWS, that sort of thing also, or go to MPS and then buy food and drinks. No, it's not. So it is reasonable. I'm saying that again. It's reasonable, and then and you can enjoy food and drinks. You can buy as many as you want also. So that's a tip for you not to get starved and then sitting in a very long on the grandstand, sitting as long as 2-3 hours in the grandstand, or you are standing on the viewing platform for 2-3 hours. So this is the Esplanade Bridge right now. So as we are going under the Esplanade Bridge, let me explain a bit about the Esplanade Bridge. So the Esplanade Bridge is also part of the F1 street track. Again, it's part of Zone number 4. Everything down here at the Esplanade Bridge is all viewing platform for walkabout ticket holders or grandstand ticket holders who actually fancy standing and not to sit at their grandstand. But come again, I think they don't know, they do not want to waste money, so they prefer to sit at the grandstand. So for walkabout ticket holders, this is one thing that you can view it from this point of view. Where is the best spot? The best spot is right on there, is turn number 13. Turn number 13. So on the day when you look on your map, it's turn number 13. So as you can see that this is part of the F1 street track because this is the Esplanade Bridge. And at the Esplanade Bridge, where do you want to stand? You want to stand at the end of the viewing platform. The viewing platform will be that long all the way right until here. Somewhere here only, and then it will go all the way until the end. Somewhere at the end around there. Alright? You see the bus east? So it's somewhere right at the end around there. You want to stand at the end there. It's a very good spot where cars are slowing down and making their U-turns. And then coming back on the long straight again. If you're standing in the middle of this long straight, it's going to be kind of sort of like boring. You know, cars are coming by very fast at about like 200 plus km per hour, and then by the time they shoot all the way up down here, it's about like, I don't know, probably like 300, and then it starts to slow down again. So yeah, that's a good tip if you want to really view the F1 cars in a slow motion, or sort of like you want to take a picture of them, take good pictures of the cars. So that's the spot at the end around that area there. Yeah, that's the spot. And because that's the part of the F1 track also, so that's the bridge. Yep. Welcome to zone number 4 here, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, and right behind me it's where the stage at Padang is. So that stage is actually for like the after race track activity every night, or sometimes it's in between races. Come again, between races, what I mean, it's actually around 6 p.m. on the Saturday and 6 p.m. around on the Sunday. So it's in between races, and there will be famous artists performing on the stage. So yeah, look forward to it here in Zone 4 at the Padang. So you can look at the television right down there. Around here it's another grandstand area. And then as the car makes their way, that is turn number 14. Yeah, turn number 14. And then right behind turn number 14, around that's straight towards the Bay Grandstand area, it's all the viewing platform for zone number 4. Yeah, so the viewing platform is all at the Marina Square area. Yeah, all these white tentages, you can see it's all I believe it's going to be the port side hawkers. So where you can get your beers, your $10 beer, yeah, and then you can get hot dogs or burgers or any other things. So yeah, port side hawkers will be right down here. Yeah, Portside Hawkers will be right now. You can get your food and drinks from here as well. So right at this junction is actually turn number 8 and turn number 14. Yeah, so it's sort of like in the middle of the track. And as you can see, that is for Zone 4 walkabout ticket holders. And that is where the viewing platforms are, right here. So when the cars are exiting from the corner, and then they are coming out, and then they are making way to another corner again. Is this corner very fast? I would say yes, that this corner right here, the cars are actually pretty quick, are pretty fast. So is it the best spot? Maybe for some people. Maybe for some, maybe not. But you get to see cars exiting from a chicane. Sorry, exiting from an apex and then turning into another apex. Will there be overtaking? I do not know, but I don't think there'll be overtaking around this area. Right, another fun fact about this Zone 4 is that around here is the underground. So is actually connected to Marina Square area, to Esplanade, to that area, and of course to the Padang area. So yep, it will be like a bottleneck, that kind of traffic, that kind of thing, but you'll be underneath the racetrack. Yeah. If you guys can see all of these tentages, yeah. So at all these tentages area, it will be where I think the Harry's Bar is. So there's another Harry's Bar at the Esplanade, but that one is a restaurant. If you want small bites type of Harry's Bar and you don't fancy going to the restaurant, but yet you fancy beers and whatever, you can actually come down to this area, of course, to purchase your food and drinks from the Harry's Bar, but it's a bit like pricey, it's a bit like, restaurant style, that kind of thing. So is it recommended if you want fancy food, if you want fancy drink? Yeah, that is up to you guys, but come again, that's up to you guys. I don't know if you guys can see that. That is another food and drinks also. So as you have seen just now, at that food and drinks area, food and drinks is going to be by the dock side hawkers. So again, you can purchase your beers over there for $10 to $12 for a cup. Yeah, in a plastic cup, in a very this size of plastic cup, but it looks very huge. Okay, maybe not huge, but it's just long. It's that kind of thing. It's like almost a pint, that kind of thing. So you can get your beers there. You can get your burgers. You can get your finger snacks. Yeah, your finger food, and then you can get hot dogs from there as well. Price in total, if you want beers, it's about, like I heard reviews, it's about $20. Around that, depends on the price they set up again. Soft drinks will be, of course, slightly cheaper. And then again, it's up to you where you want to get your food and drinks. This is an example of a pop-up food shop on the day itself. You can see the prices down there. And you can see that these are all finger food. You can have nacho with cheese and chicken sausage, $10. You can get a draft beer full pint for $12, so it's about $22. If you get a soft drink, it's $4 plus $10. But I'd rather you should get a soft drink from 7-Eleven. If you're going to get mineral water, get it from 7-Eleven or any other food stalls at the Bay Area. So these are the prices of the food drinks. Yeah. Another thing is that right behind me right now, just now I said it was it was Harry's Bar. No, it's not Harry's Bar. It is actually the downtown area. And that right down there, it's called the F1 Village area. So it's a downtown area. It's where there's going to be a small stage at the end of this area, right of the end of this Padang area. So there is a downtown area where there is performance, like small performance or small road show that will be going on. And then as they come forward down here, it's going to be the F1 Village here in zone number 4, because as we all know that zone number 4 is actually the biggest zone on the F1 track. And zone number 4 at all this area will be the F1 Village area. So where I think where there are motor cars going to be displayed. Besides motor cars, there's also like F1 simulator and other stuff also. So it's going to be very interesting around this area. And of course, if you want to know more about F1, you can also come here as well on the day itself. And then just have fun, looking through it and understand more about maybe motorsports, or you are interested to know more about how cars, the behind the scenes of the cars and stuff like that. So it's going to be very cool. If this is for Zone 4 ticket holders, and you want to feel like you are a Zone 1 ticket holder, you don't want to be left out. So this is a very good spot for you guys. If you come here and enjoy yourself, and of course be part of it. Yeah, and be part of the 10th Singapore Grand Prix also. I think I almost forgotten, there is actually another turn number 11 and 12. So turn number 11 and 12, it's right after where they exit Padang, that turn area right before the bridge, right before the Stamford Bridge or the Esplanade Bridge. Yeah, right before the Esplanade Bridge, around the area. So anyway, so that turn, there will be also standing stands as well, but depends where you stand again around the area. And let me give you a quick look at it. So do you see that? So I'm actually right now inside a caged up area, but anyway, because they haven't closed the track yet. So I'm just I'm just trying to imaginative. I'm being imaginative, myself being like a cameraman down here and go, oh, that's Sebastian Vettel coming in very close. And that's Lewis Hamilton coming in at this corner. Turn number 11. Turn number 11. Okay, so this is a viewing platform over here. Right here's a viewing platform. Another viewing platform down there. This is how a viewing platform looks like for walkabout ticket holders. Yeah, viewing platform for walkabout ticket holders. So I'm guessing where this is going to be. This is where going to be turn 12. It's going to be. Hook up right now, because it's going to be turn number 11. Right down there is the television. So around this turn number 12, as you can see, that's the viewing platform. Well, there's another viewing platform here. Right here, as we come around here, it's another viewing platform. Yep, another viewing platform. Yeah, that's right, another viewing platform. Okay, so at this viewing platform down here, if you're standing right behind me right now, you get to see the cars. There is no screen. There's no screen opposite. But if you're standing right opposite at that sort of like the viewing platform area, I think you get to see the screen, because that's where the grandstand is. So whenever there's a grandstand, it's going to be a screen opposite the grandstand. Take note of that. So whenever there is a viewing platform right beside the grandstand, there is going to be a screen. So remember, there is going to be a screen opposite the grandstand, the viewing platform beside the grandstand. Very important to take note of if you really want to enjoy the race on the day itself and you do not want to miss any actions and you want to know what is going on. So very important. Another really important thing to take note of, if you really want to see cars slowing down again, grab those viewing platforms for walkabout ticket holders. Grab those viewing platforms near the corners like these. Turn 11 and turn number 12. It is a great place to view the race. Yeah, great place to view the race, I assure you. I kid you not. That is where all the actions take place. Usually it's near the corners, white corners like this, turn 11 and turn 12. And then whenever there is something that actually happens to the drivers, so you get to see them, coming down around here and then just, making their way back to the pit building. If you're lucky. If you're not lucky, then you're not lucky. If not, then it's the race will be very smooth, which I want it to be. I don't want the race to be not smooth, so hopefully it's going to be a smooth race. The most is this is my prediction for the race itself. My prediction is that McLaren, Honda will be out of the race, probably at almost half of the race, and then boom, the McLaren team is gone, and then the rest will still be on track. Yeah, but the rest, some of them just will be like back markers and stuff. So that is my prediction. That's my prediction for the day itself. Okay, so right here is Zone 4 street track, and over here it's all the viewing platforms right after turn number 14, and then all the way right now into turn 15. So, but of course you can't see them turning into turn 15. So these are all the viewing platforms area. Again, opposite there is no television. because there is no grandstand around here. If you want to cross this area, there's a bridge, overhead bridge around here, so you can cross it to where the happening things are at Padang. Kind of go by here, or you can go by where the underground, that area there. So I think that is where the entrance are. Those tentage area, that is where the entrance are into this zone 4. That's gate number 7. And the fact that that's gate number 7 and that is Marina Square. You see that Marina Square? Yeah. So because of Marina Square, it's going to be the most crowded place where people are going to find the common gate, which is gate number 7. And I assure you that when you come in late at about 4:30 or 5:30 onwards, it is going to be, the queue is going to be like Great Wall of China. Quote, unquote. Queue is going to be like Great Wall of China.
Volcanic.
And you are going to regret it. And of course you're going to regret it because you missed the race. You missed the Porsche race, and you may miss, and you also totally miss the Ferrari race. But you may miss the Porsche race itself.
Volcanic.
So coming here as early as possible on the race day itself, or on the weekend, coming here at 2 p.m. or 2:30 p.m. Queue up, clear back check, and come in straight away. Come in straight away. Yeah, come in straight away. That's what you guys should do, and to actually, of course, to get in front of the line, and not to, be left behind at the line, and you end up waiting for the line to actually just hoping everyone just get in. Long queue, and I'm telling you, that long queue is going to stretch all the way to inside the shopping mall. You come later than that at 5:30. Yeah, 5:30 onwards. Alright, so that's the end of this video vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys get some really useful information about Formula 1 and the Formula 1 night race event. And I hope you guys will enjoy the night race event. Cheers. Thank you very much for watching.